let's make this law. Let's sign it. There we go.
Breaking this hour, Governor Tim Walz signed a bill establishing Juneteenth as a state holiday. And shortly after that, a ceremonial signing of the Crown Act. Thanks for joining us for your midday update. It is a busy day at the Capitol. With Walz's signature, Minnesotans end years-long battles to establish both of these laws. Here's a closer look at each. The Crown Act, also known as HF 37, prohibits discrimination based on natural hair in the workplace and schools. The act will update the Minnesota Human Rights Act to include hair discrimination as racial discrimination. The act would explicitly protect natural hairstyles and textures, including but not limited to braids, locks, and twists. And with today's ceremonial signing, the state of Minnesota will recognize Juneteenth as an official state holiday. It is celebrated every year on June 19th, the day in 1965 that's viewed as the end of slavery in the United States. Right now, rail workers are out at the Canadian Pacific Plaza downtown rallying as they fight for a new contract. Canadian Pacific Railway, the second largest railroad in Minnesota, has yet to reach an agreement with more than half of its U.S. workers. This comes despite congressional action that helped avert a rail strike last year. Union members say they spent more than a year negotiating directly with the railroad. A South Minneapolis mosque is taking extra precautions and canceling events after overcrowding left 10 people hospitalized. CARE Minnesota tells us the Abu Bakr al-Siddiq Islamic Center hosted a motivational speaker last night, and the crowds grew beyond capacity. Police said ambulances couldn't get to the building because of deadlocked traffic and crowds. The mosque is now looking for a new venue to continue its scheduled events. There are dangerously cold temps across the metro. Wind chills will be around 25 below in the cities today, and up north, they're even worse. People in the northeast part of the country are also in the midst of some cold weather, what experts are calling an epic generational Arctic outbreak. Dangerous wind chills as cold as 50 below are set to blast the northeast. More than 15 million people are under wind chill warnings or advisories right now. Let's get out to Ben in the backyard. Yeah, it's not common that someone in the U.S. is colder than us this time of year, Ben.
Yeah, how about that? New England seeing some very cold temperatures at this hour. Although, to be honest, this is a very brief cold snap, especially for us. We are still well below zero at this hour, but temperatures by tomorrow are going to be skyrocketing, not only above zero, but possibly above the freezing mark as well. Let's take a look at morning lows. Many of us double digits below zero to start off the day. Princeton dropped to 20 below, 13 below at MSP. That is so far the coldest we've been so far this season. Look at this, St. Cloud 18 below for the third time this season. Duluth and International Falls each saw their coldest morning of the year at 22 and 36 degrees below zero, respectively. We're still below zero right now, but temperatures are on the up and up. Notice we're already in positive territory over the southwestern part of the state. And as the wind turns southerly, those temperatures will continue to climb not only through the day today, but through the overnight hours as well. You take a look at the wind chill, it still is pretty bitterly cold. Still feeling like it's 19 below in the Twin Cities and 24 below in St. Cloud. Those conditions should be improving throughout the day. The top number here is the forecast wind chill. The top number is the temperature, and the bottom number is the forecast wind chill. And you notice the wind chill does stay in the double digits below zero through the daylight hours, but the air temperature warming to about 5 above, and then it continues to warm throughout the overnight hours tonight. Let's take a look at your weekend getaways forecast. Single digits today, but by Saturday and into Sunday, temperatures skyrocketing into the 20s and even some 30s out there as well. Here's your 7-day for the metro. After a brief cold snap, we're back above the freezing mark this weekend, possibly mid to even upper 30s as we head into next week. So a nice warm spell is in the forecast. Patchy drizzle and some flurries on Monday, and maybe a few more of a mix as we head into Thursday. But otherwise, nothing too scary on the 7-day, Lauren.
Yeah, it's a great weekend to get outside and enjoy some of the winter activities this weekend, Ben. All right, thanks so much. Well, make sure to download the KARE 11 weather app. You can get personalized forecasts, weather alerts, and check your live radar anytime. That's free in every app store. Well, that's all for us this afternoon. We, of course, have all your news and weather headlines at KARE11.com and on our social media channels. Also, check back with us in 30 minutes with more updates.